will join on.
Tato's going to get on here.
You send him the link?
I did. I got to go potty really quick, so I'll be back. When he gets on here, you guys can just talk about it, okay? I'll be back in like 30 minutes or so.
We'll rabbit hole.
No,
Can't
dude,
get this
listen.
Hair straight.
Let me help you
I
with
need
that.
A pen.
What?
A pen.
Huh?
A pen.
Use your straw. Use your life straw. You want a pencil?
Oh, look at that. Tato wants to join. Add.
There we go. How? So I have my headphones in, so that'll help. Love you. Oh, thanks. Do it. What's up, y'all? I am a part of their live stream.
What up?
Did you see him? Yeah, y'all are black screen right now. Yeah. Not sure what's going on. Can y'all hear the whips? Can y'all hear them? Buckets and bobbles. Just saying frozen. That's weird.
Must be cold there. They're frozen. The football must have fallen out from the Starlink.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, I'm here.
Yeah, I see you now.
Hold. Okay. Oh, I have to get onto the other live. Okay, 5x5. Yay!
All right.
Nice. Working. Okay. Where did he say he was going? Oh, he's going pee.
Tristan, what's up? Okay, so yeah, whenever I pulled it up on my computer, because I gotta press play. There we go. Let's see. I can see clearly now. The web is on.
Nice.
Tato has a booger in his nose. Got one in the back cave. Which one?
I don't know that you actually do. People say that all the time. I don't ever think it's real. Ew! Stop. He's like all the way in it.
We're doing it. We're really doing it.
Look at us, guys. We're bigger.
My computer? My computer like swapped Wi-Fi's and then stopped Wi-Fi and now it's back on.
Maybe storm happening.
No, I doubt that.
We are what happens when you give the special class a piece of the interwebs. Word.
There we go. All right, perfect.
And he's back.
So this is so much nicer, like being able to like watch you on my phone and then see the chat right here on my computer.
Yeah, bro. We do it with the laptop. It really helps.
Yeah, it really does. But the cool thing is, like, if I try to watch the video, I get all the latency over here, and then, but it's like live real time right here, so it's really nice.
Nice.
Under the sun. Says, I don't know if this is what you want to talk about tonight, but I need to ask, how can people find God's law?
That's a good question.
It is.
So for starters, God's law is the Torah. It's Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, also known as the first 5 books of the Bible. But so that's a loaded question. If I were you, I would start with first belief that Yeshua or Jesus is the one and only begotten Son of the Most High Living God. No man comes to the Father but through him. You fully believe in his death, burial, and resurrection, and that he truly is God made flesh. That's the starters. And then when you dive into learning and understanding the Torah, it's all predicated on 2 commands, really. And this is what Jesus said, whenever he was being tested by the Pharisees, they said, tell us what's the greatest command? And Jesus said, well, you will love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, body, and strength. And then the second is like it. He went a little step further, but he said, and the second is like unto it, and you shall love your neighbor as yourself. So the entirety of the Torah, when you break down the 10 commands, which provides the context here, the first 4 commands are wrapped up in how to appropriately love the Father, where the other the other 6, the first 4 and then the 6 following are how to appropriately love people. All of the Torah and the prophets has to do with preservation of life, how to love the Father, how to love people. If you keep that in mind and keep that context, you should be squared away. Go ahead.
I think that's kind of how. I think that's so. The 10 Commandments, or like they're like a summary of what the law is, and the law really kind of breaks it down in masterly detail. There's also laws that don't apply to any of us. They're for Levite priests. They're for kings. Some are for farmers. Some are for women. Some are for children. And there's a lot of those that are not really applicable to us today. So don't get hung up on. There's a whole bunch. All of them are about like really respecting and loving people and loving the Father, like Heath was saying. And I think the people get hung up on that. And it's like you're not going to do it perfect, and you're also not going to do it to get yourself into heaven.
Yeah.
That's not we don't earn anything by doing it. It's just if you love him, you're going to obey what his commandments are for his people. That's it. That's it.
Oh, I want to add.
Because faith in Messiah, which you'll learn about by reading the Torah, and then you're going to read the prophets and the writings, and it's going to prophesy about Messiah to come. And then you could look up the dates of these prophecies and when they were added into the books and when they were written or when people think they were written. And then you can see in the Gospels, in the New Testament, the second writing, you can see that in fact is the Messiah that came to die for our sins, that redeemed us, that has atoned for us, and then you could just see it's really a big love story, the Bible, for me.
Exactly.
But it's also a story of how the Father is very specific and that his vengeance is something that you should be afraid of. And it also is like the love story part of it. It's like if you don't love him after seeing how patient and kind and graceful he is with his people, and chance after chance after chance, you're just like, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to have to keep getting these chances. Of course, we all do, but the point is that he loves us, and that's the thing. And so, the measurement of good in the world is not if you're a good person, because that standard is met by people. The measurement of good is what the Bible says good is. The measurement of sin is what the Bible says it is. the measurement of how we walk our lives out is the measurement of what the Father instructs us to do, not our own whatever we think is right, because we're going to be wrong.
Right. And it's also important to note that Paul said uh, in the book of Acts in chapter 15, when coming to the idea of approaching the Torah, you're talking about a bunch of people who had no foreknowledge or understanding of the Torah to begin with.
Yeah.
Because what Paul was sent to was the Gentile nations, and there was intermixed Gentiles amongst the Jews, and essentially what the disciples were brought with was the idea of the fact that these Gentile nations, they had no knowledge of the Torah. At which point, in uh, Acts 15, 20, 28, and 29, it said, "For it seemed good to the set apart spirit and to us to lay upon you no greater burden than these necessities." So this is the starting point. This is where you start out. That you abstain from what is offered to idols and blood, what is strangled, and whoring, or other. So let's see here. Let me pull it up
Sexual
on.
immorality.
Yeah, sexual immorality. So whether that be uh, sodomy, homosexuality, sex out of marriage, these different things, just abstaining from those things. And it's incredibly important, right? You know, how to approach righteousness according to the Father and the Father's ways. And they thought it was necessary for that is where you start. So if you've already got those things, then start diving into the basics of the commands themselves. Start looking at the 10 commands. Do I have any other gods before the creator of the universe? If I
Yeah,
do, I
dude.
need to correct that, and then keep working that down to where am I keeping the Sabbath? Okay. Well, as you work out the Sabbath, I mean, my wife, she was talking to somebody today, uh, uh, who they feel the calling to start keeping the Torah, and they're going to be keeping their first Sabbath this weekend.
Awesome.
So super cool, right?
Yeah, good job.
But with that, they're like, how do you do it? What do you do?
Yeah, exactly.
The first part, like I would kind of wanted to be sarcastic, like, yeah, you got to lay down in bed all day long. You can't move. You can't.
No, you're going to
And
rest.
that's not the answer. And a lot of people enter into the Sabbath doing just that until, the more they do it and the more they dive into the word, the more they realize that there's a lot of simplicity to this. It's not burdensome. It's not very difficult in any way, shape, form, or fashion. It's very straightforward. The entirety of the purpose of the Sabbath or Shabbat is to essentially have an appointment with the creator of the universe to where you can uh, uh, enter into dialogue with the Father, and not just with the Father, but with like-minded believers as well. We should not turn away the gathering of believers, even more so as the day approaches. And the day that it's referring to is the time of the coming of the Son of Man,
Yep.
the return of Yeshua, right?
Yep.
So all the more we need to be getting together with like-minded believers, edifying each other with the Word of God. So
Yes, sir.
dive into the Word, man.
I would also add, like, for simplicity's sake, it's like if you surrender to Yeshua, the result of that is that the Spirit of God will live inside of you, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And teach you how to walk in his ways. So for me, it's as simple as like you read the Bible, and when the Spirit convicts you of something or is like, what does this mean? I need to dive deeper. Do it. Dive deeper. Like,
Right.
just like if you rabbit hole the crap out of stuff, do it. If your brain is more like, I read it, this is what it says, I'm going to do it, just like that, do it. You know what I mean? Like, whatever it is, our whole purpose now is to be like turning up the volume of the Holy Spirit as we learn to navigate a new way of life. And we ultimately are just to be obedient to the conviction as it's given. And I would say the only difference is for me with the Torah versus Christianity is that what I thought basic like general Christianity was reading the Bible. I thought we just read the Bible. And ultimately I was told to be very careful when you read through the Old Testament
You can
stuff.
grab a bottle of water if you want.
And the Old Testament stuff to me had so much life in it. And so much like I started reading from left to right in the very beginning of my walk. I would read from left to right. And I like what is it called? Energy drinks, cigarettes, my job I was doing. There were so many things, our marriage, my parenting, everything was being like
Open the door and look.
fixed, I guess, in me until they started pretty much telling me we don't do the Old Testament stuff. So ultimately my advice, it sounds very simple, is like read the Bible and the Father will convict you. And as he convicts you,
Is it
obey.
starting?
Like do it. Just change.
Is it snow?
Yeah.
Is it snowing?
Yeah. It's not when I get it, when it didn't splat on my hand, it stayed and then it started melting.
Is it ice though, or is it snow? Like
It's
feel it.
very
Is it like a
light.
chunk of ice?
Very light.
Tiny.
Tiny and light.
Okay.
Starting to snow up there.
I think so.
I'm getting a little bit of ice. I don't know.
Yeah.
Might be some sleet.
Potato?
Some old sleet.
No, you can't. See
That's probably it.
Wait.
Is he?
I'm just getting the
Here though.
fire going real quick
It's not.
for adding some logs to it.
Yeah. Oh, probably.
I just did.
Oh, you did?
Mhm.
Oh, it's so cute. I love you.
Can I just game
Kristen. She said it's funny how exciting it is over there. We're so over it here. Yeah,
Oh,
we
my
get
chat was super stuck.
snow periodically, and when we do, it's rare enough that we do get excited to like have it. But I could imagine it would be very. I mean, I may get like a week or two in when the roads are all shut down, and I'm like over it. I'm like I don't want to. I tried to walk outside once. It was so icy.
It's fun.
Oh wait,
Yeah, so it's fun here. The reason it's fun here with snow is because it only lasts a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Austin said she hasn't seen snow.
What?
Never seen snow.
Oh man.
Weird.
See some maybe this year.
Where's she at?
Remember? Tucky or something. I don't know.
Can I use the game phone? Can I play a puzzle?
Snow flurries at Arcasa, Lone Star MVE. I don't know what that means. But do you see this?
Don't start living. Oh, I didn't know that. SK is live right now?
Mm-hmm.
What?
She ain't home.
Oh, those
It's
are
snowing.
hotel curtains. Huh?
Yeah.
Let's see. Can you take the flashlight on the table? Go look outside. Let's see if it's snow. It is.
Kristen, it would be nice if it went away sometime. Yeah,
I
get that.
No, put your hand out.
Oh, if you can't
So-
see it falling, it ain't nothing.
So
Oh, you can? Okay.
It's light.
I brought up earlier the
And it doesn't leave any wet on your hand.
Okay, we're getting refocused.
Can I use your
what is it?
Oh, Lone Star. That's Lone Star.
I would like
That's
to play a
Matt.
puzzle. Freezing.
Who's Matt?
Oh, nice. Okay. Ow.
Soundboard dude?
Yeah, got it.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
What's up, brother?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was his channel name. Cool.
Yeah. We got him now.
Yeah. All right. So I brought up earlier.
What time is it?
I started writing and typing out like the churches and all that, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And where is it? Oh my gosh. So I have so much written just on the Church of Ephesus.
Hey, bro, listen. Is that like a program we got to download into the laptop so we can screen share? So you were doing live stream, you were screen sharing with what you had up at the same time.
Right. Yeah, that's I do that on OBS,
Okay.
Oscar Bravo Sierra.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I like
So
that.
so you can just do a Google search OBS and it'll be the first thing that pulls up.
All right, sweet. Thanks, brother.
You bet. It's really cool. There's a little bit of a learning curve in learning how to get it all set up and stuff. So if you want to bring your laptop over, is something we can get you hooked up there.
All right,
But
cool, bro.
it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, Revelation 2:1-7 is the church of Ephesus.
Yeah.
So
Who that be?
I'm going to give you just a little bit of where the Spirit started to take me in this. And it says, naturally, to the angel of the assembly in Ephesus, right? He who holds the 7 stars in his right hand, he who walks among the 7 golden lampstands, says these things. I know your works and your toil and your perseverance, and that you can't tolerate evil men, and have tested those who call themselves apostles, and they are not, and found them false.
Amen.
You have perseverance and have endured for my name's sake, and have not grown weary. But I have this against you, that you have left your first love. Remember, therefore, from where you have fallen, and repent and do the first works, or else I am coming to you swiftly, and I will move your lampstand out of its place unless you repent. But this you have, that you hate the works of the Nicolaitans, which I also hate. He who has an ear to hear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the assemblies. To him who overcomes, I will give to eat from the tree of life, which is in the paradise of my God. Now, before I go into it, there's a little excerpt that I did write, and it essentially says that it's important to note that Yeshua is speaking directly to the churches, right?
Yeah.
So he knows all the good, all the bad, all the ugly, and we see repetition of key phrases to each church.
Yeah.
So though we see their like different rewards, or even different consequences to those who don't repent, the rewards and the consequences apply to all the churches. And this is because the Father is not a respecter of persons. The same as he is written in the Torah, these are the blessings that will come upon you if you obey. These are the curses that will come upon you if you disobey. It's natural within the Torah. It's cause and effect, if you will. So regardless, these apply to all mankind. So if you overcome, we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of his testimony, right?
Yeah.
If you overcome, you will reap the rewards. However, each church has a different reward. But when you dive into what the rewards are, it's super cool because they're all pertaining to the millennial kingdom.
Yeah.
But each individual, regardless of what church you're in, you have the opportunity to reap the benefit of each reward. It's not just one reward per church. Does that make sense?
Huh. I like
I
it.
was distracted
I
because
like it. No, I
Jimmy,
heard it.
Jimmy wants you to pass something to us through the screen, but we don't have the same thing that we could grab from you.
A water bottle.
But I was calculating in my brain and I totally missed the last part of what you were saying. So I apologize.
Simply just a long-winded version of saying that all of the rewards and all of the consequences to each church that is specified by Yeshua himself pertains to each church.
In the millennial reign, which I think is dope because everybody has different gifts and talents and strong suits, right?
Yeah.
And it takes all different people for like to make the body.
Yeah.
So I like it.
So think about like, this is a subject we've talked about a lot, in the terms of like the seven lampstands being the seven churches. But in Revelation 11, it specifies that there are two lampstands who are the two witnesses standing before the throne of the Father, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's clearly seven lampstands, but in Revelation 11, it specifies two. Well, like I've read in, the letter to the church of Ephesus, where is it? In verse 5, Revelation 2:5, remember therefore from where you have fallen and repent and do the first works, or else I am coming to you swiftly and will remove your lampstand out of its place unless you repent. What he's saying is, unless you repent, I will come and I will blow out your candle. You will cease to be an assembly before me.
Yeah.
Right? That's what he's saying. So when you parallel that, if the Father is not a respecter of persons, what he's saying here applies to all the churches. Unless they repent, he's going to remove the flame of fire. He's going to remove the lampstand. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So regardless of what church it is, that one consequence is applicable to each who does not repent.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
And let's see, and to him who overcomes, I will give to eat from the tree of life,
Yeah,
which is in the paradise of my God. That reward is applicable to each who overcomes. So you have a consequence if you don't repent, and you have a reward if you overcome. But
sounds
there's
a
seven.
lot like Deuteronomy 28.
Right. That's the point.
Yeah.
But that one factor is applicable to each of the churches.
Yeah.
And naturally, there's not a rebuke for the Church of Smyrna and the Church of Philadelphia. So we have 5 consequences, but 7 rewards.
Oh, was that sleep?
Huh.
I thought I heard the fire sizzling.
I hear
Is it
something.
I think maybe it's sleep.
starting to come down over there?
Yeah.
Maybe. Let me
Go check, man. I can hear it. I can hear something hitting the metal roof.
Nice.
You hear it? You hear it?
Sleet, just like freezing rain, or is it little ice balls?
Feels like rain.
Actual rain?
It sounds like ice balls, but it feels like rain.
Oh, it's sleet.
Mm.
Yeah. Got sleet, which is nice because it's going to freeze here in a little bit, and then that will become ice. Do I want a smoothie? Thought we were good. We didn't need to eat because our bellies were like not full, and that was okay.
Planted a seed in my brain.
I didn't plant a seed.
Yeah, now I need snacks.
No, your little fat girl inside your
now
body
I
is
need
hungry.
Snacks because you said we're hungry. So
Yeah,
now
we are hungry. Yeah, we're gonna need some snacks.
So
I'll take a smoothie. Smoothie me up. All right. What's up, Tristan, bro? I love you. Hopefully you're prepped up, homie. You're going to get 87 feet of snow where you're at.
Hopefully all of us are prepped up, man.
Yeah, word. Bro, I got home just in time to like get the duck, or get, not the ducks, I know ducks, get the chicken squared away, like close their setup really good, kind of got them dialed in. I made a little hoop house that will like give them a little dry spot to scratch on. Hopefully that's not full of snow. Of course, it's probably going to be full of snow or ice or whatever. And then closed their coop up really tight, took all the wind blocks and covered them all up, and split some firewood, helped the kids fort, got the dog fort figured out, and then and then I cooked dinner.
Right on.
Yeah, I think I did some other stuff too. Oh, Barb came by for a minute.
There you go.
Yeah,
Did he get his bag?
he did.
Good.
Yeah, I seen it at the office. I love the color.
Dad,
Yeah.
I think that's freezing right
I love Ranger Green.
Yeah, sleep, buddy,
Let's sleep.
or whatever. It's like little ice balls that are kind of slushy wet still.
Yeah. So what if it?
Hey, I'm lying. I love you so much. Kick rocks, homie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, and then I was doing radio checks with my neighbor here.
there you go.
Yeah, just making sure we tried all different positions from all different places. I basically got to be out back until we get an antenna put up here,
Mm.
which I really, really need to get one, man. I've got the poles. I just got to get them in the ground.
So no
Yeah.
smoothie,
No milk in the smoothie for me, love.
cranberry juice.
Yeah, cranberry juice. Hey, listen. Yeah, you got it. Hey, put some pre-workout in it. Yeet, right?
Yeah.
We'd be live all night, buddy. I got nowhere to be. Yeah, I'll get all the rest I need in the morning.
Right.
Right before I go sledding.
Mm. It will be interesting to see how much comes down overnight.
Well, yes, for sure. And then also, I think that you can follow animal tracks in the snow really easy. Just saying.
True.
Just saying.
So yeah, we drove to the fort, got a few last minute things, got some tarps, and ran a tarp over the chicken run so that they can at least come out and get food
Yeah.
and not be covered in snow and all that. And of course, protect the water and all of that.
Yeah.
Ran
I'll
heat
probably
lamps and
I think if it's really bad, I'll let them out for a little bit, but I'm probably just going to leave them in there because
yeah,
there's nowhere in their run that it's going to be good. So I'll probably just leave them in their coop because their coop's pretty big. I mean, it's going to suck for the hens, but there ain't really nothing else I can do about it because there's nowhere for them to go. I did leave one little scratch spot, but I don't want them all getting frostbite either. So
how do
put
you
a heat
deal
lamp
with
out
them?
there.
Yeah, I put a heat lamp out. I've got a galvanized water, 5-gallon galvanized water
Yeah.
with a heat base
Oh,
to
sweet.
keep it from freezing.
You know what I did? I took the 18-hour hand warmers and I put one underneath the freaking.
Hey, if it works,
Hey, bro, it's like off-grid solutions. And
right?
then, did you see the video I did where I hooked? Oh, I did. I sent it to you, right? Or I put it in the
Yeah.
chat.
Yep.
Yeah. So I knew that system would work, but it worked really good. I actually had better water pressure than I did with the well.
Yeah, I mean, we did that with Costanza.
Yeah. Yeah. Same setup, bro. It worked out really good. I was pleasantly surprised on that little pump I had.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I did the quick disconnects on the pump, pulled it in the house, emptied the lines out, buried the valve with some leaves, and then covered it too so that it would be covered. It'll probably freeze a little bit. I don't think it'll freeze all the way. And if it does, I'll put a hand warmer on the valve and let it defrost.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. That's a good idea.
It works, bro. I did it last year and the year before.
Blender.
I know. It's good.
But I've got a couple of IBC totes, and of course, last night. So we've had this hoop house for a while, and as a matter of fact, I built the hoop house for the chickens, and then threw a tarp over it, and the tarp ripped last night, so we got a new tarp for the chicken run, and then of course the hoop house for the sheep. And Jet, he was out there. We were all out there putting it all together and all that, and I was zip tying it to the structure.
Yeah.
And Jetson was inside the hoop house, and he's like, "It's so warm in here. This is awesome." It's like, "Yeah, that's for the sheep to keep them warm."
Sweet.
And then we took some hay and did a bed of hay inside the hoop house, and of course inside the chicken run, and inside the coop as well. So
yeah,
they should be warm enough.
Yeah, I put a bale of straw in the chicken coop just to give them some insulation off the ground.
Yep.
And that way, if they're walking around, that they're not just like just I don't want their little velociraptor claws freezing up.
Yeah. But I'm hoping, especially with that young lamb born last Shabbat, I'm hoping that she'll fare well enough and continue to grow and all of that good stuff.
Yeah, she'll be good, bro. A week, they're probably fluffed up just enough. They should be good.
Yeah, she's got some pretty good fluff on her, that's for sure.
Sweet. Love that. What is billboard tarp? You mean like the tarps that come off the billboards? Because I love that stuff. Yeah, I had a bunch of that a few different times. Another product that I've used is flat roof material that I don't remember where we got it, but Dudley had a bunch of rolls of it and gave me some, and I've used that. It's phenomenal.
It makes a ground cover if you're doing a great ground cover if you're doing a garden.
Yeah, I've used it as a coat underneath my tents too because the rocks won't poke through it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, I think I put that roll in my my cargo trailer with all my camp stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my weather app says that we're going to get 8 to 12 inches of snow tonight.
Yeah, so that's kind of
today.
like I saw a report maybe a couple of days ago, and it said it was going to be 9 to 11 inches of snow. And then my mom, she texted me and asked, "Hey, are you guys good? You're in the snow zone. It looks like you're going to get 31 inches of snow." I'm like, "Where are you getting this?"
Bro, if we got 31 inches, that would be so fun.
Right? I mean, it would be so fun, but at the same time,
yeah, it'd be bad.
The part that I hate about it is the mud.
It's spinach.
That's so much water, so much moisture going into the ground and all of that.
That she doesn't know how to make one yet.
Oh my God. Tell her it's delicious.
Good night, baby.
Listen. Terrible? Yeah, you're gonna need to put some shit in that. It tastes like if you
cranberry juice.
Yeah.
I didn't barely put any. I didn't put very much.
Okay. It's rough. It's rough, bro. Yeah, so so tomorrow night what I'm planning on doing is sleeping outside in my get down just to see how it is.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because it's gonna be super duper cold and it's like pressure test your stuff. So I'm gonna bust out my bug out bag and go set up a little camp and see how we do.
I've been meaning to do that. I need to do that actually. But since we've got that camp coming up, I've been thinking, because right now I've just had like a wool blanket, my Whoopee, and an APLS, naturally with a poncho underneath.
Yeah.
And then a tarp, right?
Yeah, well, Ranger Roll's not going to work for that kind. I mean, so Ranger Rolls, the design of them are so that you don't die, but
right.
You're not going to be warm.
Yeah. So I'm gonna redo my whole ruck and throw in my 0 degree bag.
Yeah, I got the same bag earlier. So, but I'm not. I don't think it's actually a 0 degree because I opened it up and looked at it.
Well, I
Uh,
have a true 0 degree.
do you?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm thinking I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try the because I got a what is it called? Oh, I got a mommy bag. But what I did is looking at the weather updates for the event we're gonna do. I was like, hey, I think I'm gonna take this old synthetic army blanket that I have, which is not. It's not like by itself it would suck, but if you're
Yeah.
wrapped up in it in a sleeping bag, it's probably going to be perfect. And it only weighs. It's a full size blanket, but it only weighs as much as my whoopee.
Mm.
Yeah, and it's an old school army blanket. It's just super old, dude. I've had it for 21 years, 22 years. Yeah, my wife hates it because it looks so ratty, but it like it still works.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah,
Kind of.
ain't dumb if it works, right?
Kind of.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I need to do that also, and I got a new sleeping pad. Uh, got a new sleeping pad I'm going to use, a one Tigris. It's a, what is it, 5.2 R value.
Really?
Yeah,
What's it weigh?
maybe 2 pounds.
Oh, like two
It's
pounds? Okay. Yeah,
it's
because
pretty light,
so
but I mean,
that
it's
that so
when it compresses.
anything over 4 is going to be good, because of what's it called, convection.
Yeah,
Because the ground will suck all the heat out of you, especially this time of year.
yeah.
I think it's going to be wet up there really bad. And I planned on using like leaf litter
Hmm.
and putting my pad down. My pad's only like 1.5 or maybe 2R.
Yeah,
So it's super comfy. Yeah,
these are
that's
good too.
yeah. I don't have one like that. Mine's like an air up one. It's weird. It's got like a little foam pad, and you just
Yeah.
squeeze the foam pad and it pumps it up.
Oh, that's nice.
I just want you to know that the honey made it.
This is terrible.
It is terrible.
So,
You're welcome.
but it's super comfy, dude. I'll be honest with you. It's like sleeping on a memory foam bed.
Yeah, that's my new one.
Yeah,
It's fantastic.
that's about the size of the one I got.
Yeah. And then
Is it an air
probably
mattress or does it got stuff in it?
it's an air mattress.
Hmm.
So it's got, the way you inflate it is it's got like one of those, which it's really cool. It's like a dry bag kind of
Yeah.
deal.
Oh, really?
And yeah, you just blow it up and then you compress it down into the air mattress and it inflates.
Trippy.
And then of course you can also use it as a pillow.
Mine is way better because it has a banana and milk in it.
Did you try mine?
I did. Mine's still pretty
You see,
terrible.
this is a smoothie, but if you look at the color of it, I just want you to know that the color describes the flavor perfectly.
Awesome.
Listen, there's spinach in it
Mhm.
and blueberries.
Love you,
and
bud.
tropical fruit, frozen fruit.
Why is it brown?
Blueberries mixed with spinach, probably.
You
put
don't
dirt in
want
there?
to know.
Blue and green.
Bro, the color of it describes the flavor.
Wanna try mine?
The
Got
old
milk.
poop shake.
Yours is amazing. Mine's mine got to taste like poo
You just don't get milk.
or bananas.
Also, I put some of the yogurt in it.
Mmm.
So that could be what's happening, is that it's unsweetened, unflavored, plain yogurt in a smoothie.
Sauce and spinach and blueberries is amazing.
Hmm.
You know,
Uh-oh.
This tastes like if it had microgreens in it.
It looks like the head of a Guinness beer.
Zadok, lay down.
Let me see.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe go make it up however you can to fix
What
it.
this tastes like is kind of like if you dug up the blueberry roots of the bush and then blended them up with the berries. And then maybe sprinkle a little grass in there.
Okay, but here, listen. It's actually a frozen bag of tropical fruit, right? Mango, strawberry, pineapple, or something, right?
Mm.
Maybe strawberries are not tropical. And then like a little bit of plain yogurt.
Oh, so you put yogurt in it?
Yeah, fresh spinach.
That's
and
doing no dairy. It's the same thing.
No, milk and yogurt are not the same.
They're both dairy.
You need probiotics.
You need probiotics. All right.
I do need probiotics for sure. But anyways, yours has water. Yours was the liquid I added was water because there's no.
What? Why did you put water?
Because it won't blend. Because it's all frozen.
Told you put cranberry juice in it.
I did put a little bit, but that would have been a lot of cranberry juice.
That's fine. This tastes like sink water.
You're welcome. I'm taking care of my man.
You're doing a great job. If this is what healthy tastes like, yeah, you're welcome.
Need vanilla extract and some sugar blended in. Yeah, that'll probably do it.
Yeah, probably do that.
Because I'm thinking if we were to make yogurt that wasn't plain yogurt, it would have
what would have made this
honey and vanilla in it.
You know what would have made this taste amazing?
Vanilla and sugar.
If you would have put
hot sauce.
What's wrong
That's
with
what
you?
Vic said.
No, if you would have put an egg.
I have oranges in there.
No, bro. Listen, stop. Listen, your imagination for flavor is boo-boo. Okay? Listen. If you would have just put a dry scoop of some pre-workout, it would have been banging.
The good news is apparently you're not supposed to have spinach, so you're welcome. Again, for the yogurt.
Here, take this poison. Take this poison from me. Listen. I told you already.
No,
Okay?
you told me what?
Yeah. I said I didn't want salmon. I said it 3 times.
Oh my god, it's so bad. I don't know how much honey she put in it, but it's so bad.
Did she blend it? Or did you just put honey in it?
I think she just put honey in it.
Oh my god, that's not what we said.
Yikes.
Okay. Yeah.
So anyways, I'm gonna have hella smoothie.
Promised Land Farms. I don't know the name. Did you change your handle? What was your handle before Promised Land Farms?
I have to redo this for sure.
Bro, it's bad, dude. It looks like whatever.
I'm proud of you though for like drinking as much as you did.
I mean,
because it's friggin' gnarly. I wouldn't drink it for sure.
Oh, what? Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right then, Barb. Nice. Yeah, bro. Love you. Yeah, you gotta update me, man. We gotta have clear commo because you're about to get raptured out of the chat. I didn't know who you were. Yeah, you're about to get your wrench suspended for life.
What if I put some fiber wise in there for you?
How about if you just take that and feed it to the children?
Who wants a wrench? Who wants a blue wrench?
Yeah, wrenches.
I think we're on the. Wait, is everybody that has a blue name? They're all wrenches.
Yes, bro.
Like
Yep.
everybody in this whole chat has a wrench.
It's a wrench party, bro. That's how we get down. That's the only way to get down, because then you know who the bad guys are.
Ooh.
Not saying if you don't have a wrench, you're a bad guy. What I'm saying is there was some live streams that me and her did about a year ago. And one live stream was like 27,700 and something people on one live stream we did. And it was so much that everybody that been on the channel was getting a wrench. Like, I know who you are.
Say that name.
What? What name?
That one, right under Kristen.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, you did it.
But see, the problem is, it sounds like Jesus, and I don't like that because I know
enunciate
it's a
the
chick.
Z. Jesus.
Jesus.
There you go.
I don't talk like that.
Jesus.
That Jesus. That's what I said.
Jesus.
I'm just gonna call you Jesus from now on.
Hi, Suze. We'll say hi, Suze. Oh God! Oh God!
Hey! Encouraging community. What's up?
He said I'm a wrenchy. I'm like false. But I accidentally put him in timeout.
Who did?
Nobody.
I'll put you in timeout right now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All right.
So I don't know how many months it took me, or maybe a year, but we got it finally. Jesus.
Good job.
Finally said it right.
So since we got Okie here, how?
Vic
Wait.
put Kristen in timeout.
Hold on a second.
Vic, use your tools wisely.
Wait a second.
That's his wife. Oh, you're about to give her a wrench?
Yep.
Boom.
All right. You've made me do it. So now
Good night, baby.
Yeah, now Vic, your wife is gonna have a wrench. So
authority.
Mm-hmm.
You will respect her authority.
Well played. Love her like Yeshua loved the church. He flipped her table. All right, I have to go fix this crappy.
Okay, go.
Terrible, poisonous
Hop
smoothie.
hop up, because we're gonna do some preparedness stuff here. Okay.
I'm about to feed it to the chickens.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm about to feed this to the chickens.
Roxy might want it. Roxy, you want a treat? No, come here.
No, if Roxy turns away from it.
No, Roxy just looked down. She didn't like it at all.
Say, you drink this?
Yeah.
It's trash.
Yeah, for sure. All right. There you go. Kristen Cass got a wrench now. Everybody watch out.
Okie, how much snow are we gonna get, brother?
Yeah, what's the live update, Oak? Oh. Okie might have dipped out of here already. But also there's a huge lag in the chat too.
Yeah. I was gonna say he was just there.
31 inches, Texas Cheese says.
8 for us seems logical. That's still a lot of snow.
Yeah, it's decent. It's we got about 10 last year. But I bet we get more. I bet we get more than that, because that's for tonight too. So like even if tonight we get 8, tomorrow it's still going to keep going, and then on first day it's supposed to be a little bit more. Now that'll all change probably, and with 31 inches, but it should be fun.
Yeah, I mean, from what I was seeing, the precipitation isn't supposed to stop until like Sunday. So
I
when
think
it
there's
starts,
a little break on Shabbat in the afternoon. Yeah,
still a lot.
Yeah. I'm curious.
So yeah, I'm interested to see if I camp out tomorrow. I may do it sometime this week, just to not have to deal with the snow. So I think Tuesday it's supposed to be like 40 degrees or something like that.
Yeah, but the snow isn't going to melt Tuesday. It probably won't be there all week.
Yeah, but I mean, by then, there will be paths and such cut, and
No, bro. I'm doing it before it gets slushy, before it gets wet and sloppy out there.
that depends on what kind of snow falls, man.
This is true. This is true. We'll see. I don't know, man. I got a couple dry spots, or I could go out in the woods and get underneath one of the really heavy cedars,
Yeah,
and that'll probably be just fine.
yeah. I'm thinking, or rather, more so, I'm hoping if I can trek back there to where the range is,
Yeah.
uh, it should be covered up enough to where I shouldn't be dealing with too much snow. It shouldn't be too terribly deep.
Yeah. Roxy's going to want to go with me, though, so I got to bring an extra sleeping bag for her.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold.
Yeah. Well, she'll get inside of one, bro, and if I cover her up, she'll stay in there.
Yeah, was it like tomorrow? Supposed to be like 2 degrees for a low?
Is it tomorrow night? It's like 2 or 4?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday
Yeah.
night is?
It's going to be like 9 tomorrow, which should be perfect.
Yeah, still cold.
Too tough for you, just right for me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's icy a little bit out there.
Is it? We got buildup of ice?
Do you hear?
Oh, yeah. Just a little tiny bit of color on the ground. Oh, I see the flurries coming.
Yeah, can you see the sky?
Yeah, I see the flurries. It's this little tiny baby snow. It's like
Very, very shiny.
everything's shiny out there.
Yeah.
I put your windshield wipers up on your car for
No
you.
ice. Oh, sorry.
Word.
Boom.
Mm, bro, that's a good.
Are you coming in?
You better go do that, fam.
Yeah, I should go out and do that.
Yeah, because if it's drivable tomorrow, I'm up. We're gonna go do the thing we always do.
Oh my gosh, no, you can't do that because you have been. What happened here? Because you keep driving your truck into a ditch.
Did you see the
called it
my truck, bro?
Yeah, donkey.
I'm gonna call it donkey.
Donkey.
Donkey in a ditch. Yeah.
I've got to go save my ass.
Yeah. Yeah, but who of you wouldn't go if your neighbor's donkey was in a ditch and go help him?
Right.
Just saying, bro.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Little help.
So
My donkey's in a ditch.
my father-in-law drove back from Texas today,
Nice.
and my mother-in-law decided to stay in Texas because they're getting like new flooring in her house back in Denton.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be wrapping that up. So, I mean, naturally, because of that, she's got all kinds of stuff that she still has to go through. And it sounds to me like they're prepping that house to sell it.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. So, if that's the case, she's got a lot of stuff to go through. But I just hope that she's still good, because if the power goes out in Texas the way it did in 2020, she's going to be stuck with no way to heat up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a thing.
That's no bueno.
Yeah.
Yeah, the my big generator that was donated to me it was used. It was sitting in the saw trailer for a long time, and I couldn't get it to start. So I have my little baby generator and my Anchor. And the baby generator is dope because it's a quiet one, and I don't have a whole lot that I'm going to run with it anyhow.
Yeah.
So it's not a big deal. I get like the internet and a couple lights, refrigerator, something, nothing major.
Refrigerator feels like a waste because it's cold outside.
Yeah, well, it'll be fine.
It will be fine.
Yeah.
Everything is fine.
Yeah. And then we got buddy heaters, so we're good.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll see. I don't think the ice is going to be as big an issue here, but we'll know, I guess, in a few hours.
Well, it won't be above freezing for multiple days.
Yeah, but the ice usually, I mean, if we get a bunch of snow, it'll break limbs off of stuff too.
That's for sure. That's
Uh,
super real.
Oh, I'll tell you a story then, since we're doing that. So I was living in Oregon, Pacific Northwest, and we had a big snowstorm come in, and we were only 45 minutes off of the coast in the hills, and it was about 1 o'clock in the morning, I think, on like a Friday night.
Yeah.
Might have been a Saturday. I don't really remember. But I was watching TV and I was starting to doze off. And my dad, where his house is, when we moved to Oregon, we lived in his basement.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in my mom's basement. No, so he had a huge basement. It had like a game room, a couple bedrooms, a bathroom, like a little
Yeah.
kitchen area. It was like its own little,
Mm-hmm.
actually not even
Apartment.
a little apartment. It was like
an
a
apartment.
big apartment. So we stayed down there before we got our house up there, but we stayed down there for a little bit. Well, anyhow, it was snowing. It was the middle of the night. And bro, I felt this big crush. And my dad lives where there's 100-foot trees all the way around the house because he's up in the
Mm-hmm.
mountain.
Yeah.
All the Douglas fir and pine. And I was like, I heard this big bang and I could feel it. And then I heard a thud outside the building. And I was like, oh no, a tree came through the roof, right? Well, we're in the basement, so we wouldn't know down there. So I went outside and about a 20-foot limb came off of one of the Douglas firs. And it was
Yeah.
only maybe 6 inches in diameter, but it was like 20 feet long and loaded full of snow. And it just clipped the edge of the roof line on the soffit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, dude. I mean, bad. It could have been really bad, dude.
Yeah.
But there, it's like that's just part of it when you're living in like with big trees like that. I mean, any of the trees could have fell and smashed the house. And as soon as he sold that house, a month after he closed, one of those trees fell through the master bedroom roof. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sucks for the new buyers.
I know. Well, that's what homeowners insurance is for. So
Clean your face. We're not.
Yeah.
yeah, it was a pretty sick house though. The shop there was epic. It was snowing. I don't know if it was that time or another time. It was snowing. It was probably about 8 or 10 inches of snow outside, and I was in the shop building building lofts so we could store stuff.
Right.
And I was having the best time out there in the snow building lofts in the shop. It was awesome.
That's what I need. I need a big shop. I was talking with Lauren about that earlier today, about, having a shop. That'll be something that would actually get me out of the house more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, have you tried any of Texas Tea's lamb ham?
Yeah.
Bro.
It's good.
Banging. Banging. Yeah, like that's on my hit list now. I need a new smoker though. Mine finally shit the bed about a year ago, and I've been dragging it around thinking, oh, I'll fix it or I'll do this. It's laying sideways in the yard right now, getting ice on it. Yeah.
Heath, are the churches in Revelation by the same name today?
So that Revelation. They're more symbolic towards the classes of church today. So
like
today
Thyatira or whatever, and Smyrna and all these other names, Theopolis or whatever, they're not currently named that. There's not places still named that, or is there?
Well, Ephesus still exists. I do think that it may be under a new name. Let me check. I mean, I'm a pretty good Googleizer.
Nice Googling, man.
I mean, some of the names like Damascus is still a place, Jerusalem still a place, Egypt still a place.
Right. So the
They're all
ancient
different
city,
names now.
the ancient city of Ephesus is not a city today. It's a vast archaeological site with spectacular ruins near the modern Turkish city or town of Seluk or Selkuk, which largely sustains itself, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so Ephesus is not a church today
Gonna
or
need some
even a
more
city
phlegm.
today.
You need more phlegm for that enunciation for that name that it's by, the city it's by. I think I gotta take this shirt off. You wanna watch?
Take it off.
Gross.
Come on, take it off. Wanna take it off, baby, for me. What is that?
I don't know.
know.
Roxy's looking at you like you're doing something wrong.
I think it's called Shake It Off, actually.
Yeah, that's what it is. I haven't tried the deer
So
yet.
ancient Philadelphia is situated in the Aegean region of Turkey. Yep, the Aegean Sea, in the valley of Kuzuke, and its modern name is occupied by the city of Al Sahir, which translates to the city of God or the Red City. So it's no longer known as the Church of Philadelphia or the City of Philadelphia in Turkey. It is Al Sahir.
And the name is, what is it? The name you said?
Philadelphia.
The translation?
Philadelphia.
No, the translation.
Oh, which translates to City of God or the Red City.
Interesting.
What was
can go either way.
Philadelphia's message?
So the Church of Philadelphia and the Church of Smyrna were the two churches without rebuke. So here we go.
I like it. Feels good.
Church of Thyatira. Now I'm going to have to come over here. Let's see.
Multiple screens.
Yeah. Read. Let's go to Revelation. And that Philadelphia is in Revelation 3, I believe. Sardis. Yeah. To the angel of the assembly in Philadelphia, write, he who is holy, he who is true, he who has the key of David, he who opens and no one can shut, and he who shuts and no one opens, says these things. I know your works. Behold, I have set before you an open door which no one can shut, that you have a little power and kept my word and didn't deny my name. Behold, I make some of the synagogue of Satan, of those who say they are Jews and are not, but lie. Behold, I will make them come and worship before your feet, and to know that I have loved you, because you have kept my command to endure. I also will keep you from the hour of testing, which is to come on the whole earth, to test those who dwell on the earth. I am coming quickly. Hold firmly that which you have, so that no one takes your crown.
Does that
He
mean
who over
after?
I would submit no.
Yeah. It means there's
Now,
protection and provision. So that might be where the woman's taken off into the wilderness.
Yeah.
And nourished for times and half a time.
Mm-hmm.
What's he looking at? James 5?
No, your wings. Wings and the wings.
Oh, wings and wings.
I was thinking, I was like, if it's called the City of God, I was like, I wonder if they have a good message about them there. Maybe they're still kind of doing their thing out there.
Hard to say. Turkey being a predominantly Muslim state, it's I can't directly answer that. I don't know.
How's your fire doing,
Let's
bro?
go visit.
Is it hard to get it going?
I mean, it's yes and no. It's doing all right.
Yeah, mine's kind of slow burning too. I have to let the wood dry out for a long time because it's holding a lot of moisture.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's good. I split a bunch of it like a week ago or a week and a half ago. So
I'm gonna encourage it with some fat wood here.
yeah, we just picked up some more fat wood. Fat wood's epic, dude.
Yeah, it is.
I actually need to go harvest some out of the woods. I remember how to do it. I did it one time. I was with the first couple that I met that was keeping Torah ever. Well, was it ever? No. I think the first ones we met we liked that we hung out with. And Casey and Jana. And we were camping at a campground, and I found some fat wood, and I was like, "Hey, check this out." So I cut it and I showed them, and then they're like, "That's fat wood." I'm like, "Yeah, this is how you get it too. You see how low it is to the ground?" And when I cut the branch, I let them smell it, and they're like, "Oh, snap!" And so I used it to light the fire later, and it worked epic.
Awesome.
Yeah, I still think I got a chunk of it in one of my bug out bags somewhere. I don't know. I got a bunch of bags. Oh, it is in your bag.
Pretty sure. Pretty sure it's in mine. What sucks about the snowstorms is that you can't just be like, let's all get together and hang out in a snowstorm. But because it's like, well, if you end up anywhere, you may have to stay there for days.
Right? Can't have that.
Especially, I was on this road. I was like, oh, no, I already told you. Okay. On this road, I'm like, we're not going to probably get, unless somebody that lives out here has a snowplow. I can't imagine that we're going to get much treatment on our road, you know?
Well,
Jennifer Lowe says, what's fat wood?
So fat wood is usually pine or some type of softwood, usually pine. I think you can get it out of Douglas fir as well. But it's basically a section of the tree or a branch that has died and seasoned. All of the pitch has ran back down to a certain part of it, and so when you open it up, it's not like regular. It's got a shiny dark color. Even though it's pine, it's not really soft and light. It's shiny, and you can usually tell because it smells really really strong, like pine pitch. And that's basically what it is. Is all the pitch is run into one section of it, and it lights and it burns like you think would pitch would burn. It sizzles and bubbles and black smoke comes off it.
Hold on. Wait a second.
What?
Okay. In Noah's Ark, didn't he build something with pitch? Is that what you're talking about? Was he using sap to secure crap, or am I tripping?
Yeah, to waterproof it.
What? Are you lying?
No, not lying at all. What do you think they used back then? Epoxy?
Well, I was just like, in
they
my
didn't
brain,
use
I'm
epoxy,
like,
gel coat.
Okay, in my mind, I'm like, well, you can't do that because it'd be super flammable. But like, they weren't near fire. It was being rained on. It was flooding.
They were on an ark, bro. They weren't like, you know what I mean? They were eating veggies for like 5 months. Maybe, maybe some, maybe roasted birds over candlelight. I don't know.
Okay, make an ark of gopher wood. Rooms shall you make? Oh wait, we got to read a different version. Genesis 6:14.
Why don't you just grab
I
your
don't
your
KJV.
Bible?
I don't KJV.
Why don't you bibble? Hey, why don't you read us something out of the Apocrypha too, man? Like out of Jubilees.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we'll just we'll break the internet real quick.
I got you. Make for yourself an ark of gopher wood. You shall make the ark with compartments and smear pitch on it, both inside and out.
Yeah, waterproofs the wood, dude.
Is that sap? Are they literally spreading? How can you spread sap? It's so sticky.
Yeah. So
would they heat it like syrup?
Yes, you just heat it up like
Hmm.
tar.
Basically.
Interesting.
What's interesting though is when you Google like where is gopher wood found,
Florida.
it says yeah, it's often linked to a rare Florida Torah tree found in Florida and Georgia.
Tree blood.
So, Pangea?
100%.
Pangea.
Oh, you know what? Listen.
Absolutely.
I was talking to my friend.
Wait. So we're gonna get into a rabbit hole now because before the flood, there was probably a big continent that was only divided by like maybe rivers and stuff like that at the most. And I think that after the flood, I mean, look, I had some off grid property, and on the off grid property, there was all kinds of stuff that was prehistoric, like worms and shells.
Look like seashells.
I mean, seashells, dude. And we're
They were-
hundreds
But
of
they weren't the
miles
shells. It was in the
away
stones.
from the ocean.
The stones had the seashells like in them.
Yeah, in them. Yeah. So it was really, it's kind of a trip when you think about it. I was like, this hasn't been touched since the flood. Epic.
Also, I was talking to Olympia, and we were talking about. She was saying something about Russia's snowstorm they had, and she was going off on the sky stuff on some sky stuff. Anyways, and I'm like, okay, but in the end, it talks about there'll be earthquakes, right? There also is a verse that talks about he'll make a highway, right? And then
read it.
There's talk about the ocean's gonna change, the sun and the moon are gonna change, like, but ultimately everything is gonna go crazy, right?
Read it.
Hold on. This is my theory, okay? Autoimmune diseases, right, are from your body having too much of the wrong thing and not enough of the right thing, and eventually your body starts to malfunction, right?
Yeah.
So ultimately, we're stripping stuff from the earth, minerals, fuel, gold, whatever, all this stuff. And then we're adding all these toxins to it. So it's only a matter of time before the earth itself becomes autoimmune and starts kind of attacking itself. So then I'm like, okay,
earthquakes in various places.
Right. But could it be
weather?
This is where, because she was on the Russia thing, the 220 feet of snow.
Hold on.
And we were talking about
make sure my foil hat's on.
Our massive amount of snow. And I'm like, what if, okay, like ice expands, right? So if you freeze something, it expands. So what if everything gets so cold because of the autoimmune disease that the earth has? Everything gets so cold and the ground literally freezes and expands and just like breaks and ends up freaking causing like major earthquakes and all kinds of stuff. And now there's just this highway we get to go walk over to Jerusalem to meet Messiah.
Let me tell you a little something about that. You might have something to it, because if the sun does not give off its light, it ain't going to be very warm anywhere.
True.
Just saying.
Dang.
Right?
Yeah.
Something to think about.
That's a factor.
Hey, what does Messiah say? He gives you a warning, and pray that your flight doesn't take place on a Sabbath.
Yeah.
Or in the winter. Woo, boy.
Babette says arthritis earth.
So what does our flight look like, right? So the flight, I think, is the greater exodus.
Yeah.
Right? The flight is when you're coming out of wherever you're coming out of and going where he guides us. And where that is during this time, or what it looks like, I don't know. I've always had this weird little vision that there would be an earthquake that somehow, I see it. There makes a land bridge basically back over to the promised land. And during tribulation, we're like traveling.
Well, so we do know there's multiple witnesses to when Yeshua comes in the clouds, there's a great earthquake.
There is one then for sure. Yeah.
So it even says that mountains will be brought down and valleys will be brought up.
Yeah.
So could it be, I've always subscribed more or less, within my own thinking here is that like if there's a great earthquake and Pangea really did happen, and that's what I believe is, all of the continents were one singular continent. This great earthquake is bringing all of the continents back together, thus creating a landmass.
Yeah. The highway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Samesies. Oh, I gotta plug it in. Oh, I did it.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Well, also, so I was talking
awesome.
about Anchor. This is an Anchor battery pack. This
Yeah.
thing's been awesome. It's been really good to me.
I can only imagine Saucin just being like, is the earth flat or is it round? And it's like, I don't know, but it has arthritis. Yeah, we're definitely I feel like I'm constantly waiting for the earthquakes. You know what I mean? Like I'm just waiting for
that's the birth pains, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm waiting on the earthquakes because I feel like until the earthquakes is there, I mean, granted, there's miniature earthquakes, there's earthquakes everywhere all the time, but there will be more and they will be worse, right? Or there will be like a super duper major one or something. But like, I feel like I'm waiting for the earthquakes, and it doesn't help that everything is AI now because you can't tell what's real. It could be happening and we wouldn't even know. We'd be like, that's AI.
So glad you brought up AI. All right, news.
Yeah, but if
flash,
it's
brothers and sisters, don't watch AI trash on the internet. If it ain't got an actual person on it, don't watch it. Don't watch it in the shorts. Don't watch none of it.
Yep.
Because there's propaganda and there's a way of thinking and looking at stuff, and little seeds are being planted so that you can accept the next seed and the next seed. Just don't watch none of that stuff. It's not good for you.
You going to bed?
Yeah, there's nothing good gonna come from that. What happened?
I gotta pray real quick, guys.
Okay.
Abba, thank you for today. Thank you for your love and your kindness and your provision. Abba, I ask that you keep your hand over Jay, Sally, and Jet and give them sweet dreams tonight as they sleep. And send your angels to guard this property and protect our sheep and the chickens and everyone else who is on this property. We love you and we thank you in the name of Yeshua. Amen.
Amen.
Night.
Good night, Jet. Oh, he can't hear.
Headphones, yeah.
But you can still yell it and he's here. It's fine.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for that.
We're here for you.
Yeah. No, I think that
it is snowing outside, by the way.
Oh, okay. At least
sweet.
It's not icing.
So thinking about like the idea of AI and everything that it's trying to perpetuate, one thing that it won't be able to mock is Yeshua coming on the clouds with great power and glory. And the word says that every eye will see and every tongue will confess.
Yeah.
When that happens. But also, when that happens, there will be a great earthquake. So it's multiple witnesses. Think about the idea of like even the rocks cry out.
Yeah.
The whole earth is testifying via an earthquake that the Creator, the Son of the living God, has just come to the earth.
Wait, are
again.
you saying?
Trembling.
Hold, are you saying?
Right.
That the sun and the moon and all that is going to happen around the same time as the earthquake, or am I tripping?
So let's go to Matthew 24. Around verse 29.
There it is. Here we go.
The sun will be dark and the moon will not give its light. The stars will fall from heaven and the powers of the heavens will be shaken.
Mm.
So
And then the sign of the Son of Man will appear in the sky.
And then.
But where are the earthquakes?
Hold on. Then all of the tribes of the earth will mourn, and they will see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of the sky with power and great glory. He will send out his angels with the sound of a trumpet, and they will gather together the chosen one from the four winds, from one end of the sky to the other. So, nope, I'm thinking of Revelation 6. So if we go to Revelation 6 is what it is.
That's.
Oh, and Revelation 11 also mentions an earthquake like that.
So in verse 12, Revelation 6:12, I saw when he opened the sixth seal, and there was a great earthquake.
Yeah.
The sun became black as sackcloth made of hair, and the whole moon became as blood.
So it's the same because in, I want to say Luke, it talks about like the sun and everything will change, but then it talks about the ocean is going to be acting crazy and people are going to be like freaking out about it. And I'm like, if you have the moon out of order,
read it.
If you have the moon out of order,
read the one out of Luke, because
it'll affect the ocean. But if you have the moon out of order and a big ass earthquake, that water's going to be wild.
Yeah, dude.
Exactly.
Well, because what controls the tide on the ocean? The moon phase.
Yeah.
That's the gravitational pull. And if you guys have ever been by the ocean and have experienced what's called a king tide, where the tide comes in and it raises several feet above what it normally does, or it goes minus tide, where it'll go way negative than it normally does. Like, you could just see dirt across the bay because it goes out so far.
Okay, this one, Luke 21, 23, no, 25. There will be signs in the sun and moon and stars, and upon the earth nations will be confused by the roaring of the sea and its waves. People will lose heart from fear and anticipation of what is overtaking the earth, for the powers of the heaven will be shaken. Huh.
So think about that. It sounds to me like we will begin to see, right, like it says in Genesis, the sun, the moon, the stars are for signs, times, and seasons, right?
Yep.
So we'll begin to see these signs and just even the waters, the way they're behaving.
Yeah.
Due to the response of the sun and the moon, namely the moon being the waters, right?
Yeah.
These are going to be precursors, if you think about it. And then, like, Revelation 6 says, the sixth seal is broken, and then there's a great earthquake. And then he comes on the clouds with great power and glory. The skies roll up like a great scroll, and here comes the Son of Man.
So this is another interesting thing about the sea is there's several currents and oceans, and the way that the atmosphere is warmed and cooled has a lot to do with the ocean, because it basically is what builds the weather for us, right? The snow caps and the ocean, right? And then the sun, where it hits the center of the earth, what's it called? The
molten hot magma.
No, not the middle of the earth, like the line. What's it called?
Magma.
Equator.
The equator. That's it.
There it is.
So if something happens with the ocean and the sun and the moon, you're going to have warm waters where they shouldn't be and cold waters where they shouldn't be. So Florida will turn into like the Arctic Ocean, and it will be like the tropics in Greenland.
Maybe.
You know, like there could be some weird, crazy stuff
Sure.
going on with the ocean like that.
Yeah.
So just
Okay.
saying.
So here. So this is Revelation 11 is another. I'm trying to figure out which earthquake gets put where. Where is it? This is the two witnesses after they were killed. It says, after 3.5 days, the breath of life from God entered them, and they stood up on their feet. Great fear fell on those who were watching them. Then they heard a loud voice from heaven saying, come up here. And they went up to heaven in a cloud while their enemies watched them. At that hour, there was a great earthquake, and 1/10 of the city collapsed. 7,000 people were killed in the earthquake, and the rest were terrified and gave glory to the God of heaven.
So that's the earthquake that's over in Jerusalem.
Okay. So then
Mhm.
16 in Revelation 16, the seventh angel poured out his bowl into the air. A loud voice came out of the temple from the throne saying, it is done. And there were flashes of lightning and rumbling and clashes of thunder and a great earthquake, such as never happened since mankind has been on earth. So mighty was the quake. Then the great city was split into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations collapsed. Babylon the Great was remembered before God to force her to drink the cup of his wine of his furious wrath.
So
every island fled away, and no mountains were to be found.
So I don't think we're going to be here for that.
The bowls?
No. The
The
bowls of wrath,
bowls.
the judgment, I don't think we're going to be here for that. I think we're going to be kicking it in the clouds at that point.
And I agree with Jody, because if you go back to Revelation 11, let's see. So beginning in verse 7, it says, when they finished their testimony, aka the two witnesses finished prophesying and testifying for the allotted 1,290 days.
Yeah.
Or what it says, 42 months rather.
Yeah.
When they finish their testimony, the beast that comes up out of the abyss will make war with them and overcome them and kill them. And their bodies will be in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where their Lord was crucified. That's Jerusalem, right?
Mm-hmm.
And among the peoples, tribes, and languages and nations, people will look at their dead bodies for 3.5 days and will not allow their dead bodies to be laid in a tomb.
Pause. Called Sodom and Egypt.
Is that Sodom?
Mm-hmm. They're spiritually called Sodom and Egypt.
Oh, okay.
So Jerusalem, in the Father's eyes, is no better than Sodom and Egypt. And naturally so. You take a look at what was happening in Sodom, you have the world's largest homosexual parade that happens every year in Tel
Well, Tel
Aviv.
Aviv, yeah. So, and that's what I was thinking too, is if you think about Israel, the nation state, right? Not the people, but the nation state. If you go on Google Maps and you just zoom in over there and you start looking at the restaurants, and then you click on the restaurants and you look at their menus, it's like seafood, it's like all this unclean stuff. You're like, wait, that doesn't make sense.
Yep.
Okay, so 144. Oh, no, I'm lying. 14. 14 is where the sickle goes into harvest his people, right? Or am I tripping?
No. Does it say his people? Or does it say to harvest?
He had a golden crown on his head and a sharp sickle in his hand. Another angel came out of the temple, crying out with a loud voice to the one seated on the cloud, put in your sickle and reap, for the hour to reap has come, because the harvest of the earth is fully ripe. So the one seated on the cloud swung his sickle over the earth, and the earth was harvested. Then another angel came out of the temple in heaven, and he also had a sharp sickle. The one had authority over fire. Hold on, I'm skipping. Put in your sickle, gather the grape clusters from the vineyard of the earth, because her grapes are ripe. So he swung his sickle over the earth, gathered the clusters. The winepress was stomped on outside the city, and blood flowed from the winepress. So the first the first harvest is the harvest of his people, right?
So, short answer, no. You have to take into consideration what's the context of the grape clusters. What the grapes are is, it's literally to make, or rather drink, it's to cause the earth to drink the wine of the Father's wrath.
Right.
Okay, that's the entirety of the context of the bowls of wrath. So when people are like, "Oh, well, we're not appointed to the Father's wrath," you're exactly right. We're not appointed to the wrath of the Father, aka the bowls of wrath. The seals and the trumpets, however, we will be here for that.
Yep. And the birth pains.
So,
14 it talks about the 144,000.
mhm.
Fallen is Babylon, and then the harvest of the earth because it's fully ripe, and then the harvest of the grape clusters with the wine press of wrath or whatever.
Mhm.
So what is the first harvest when it just says the harvest of the earth is fully ripe?
Harvest of, and that's chapter 14.
Yeah, starting at 14.
14.
1414. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like 144,000. It's 1414, which is trippy.
Ugh. There it is. No.
Because the bowls of wrath come after that, and then the song of Moses to the Lamb, it says.
Well, and I think
because it's ultimately, my order says
So-
the trumpet, the lady, the woman and her children, and the beasts, the two beasts, and then the 144, 3 angels, harvest of the earth. And then over, right, like 2 chapters away is God's wrath. So it's after the trumpets, but before the wrath, and I feel like that would be the only place in there that would make sense.
So, I mean, to me, this reads as if it's 3 angels who are harvesting the grapes of wrath.
Right, but what about above the beginning? Because the one swung his sickle over the earth. The one seated on the cloud swung his sickle over the earth, and the earth was harvested. Then the angels came and harvested the grapes. So behold, there was a white cloud. Seated on the cloud was one like the Son of Man. He had a golden head, sharp sickle in his hand. Then another angel came out. He said, crying with a loud voice to the one seated on the cloud, "Put in your sickle and reap, for the hour to reap has come, because your harvest of the earth is fully ripe." So the one seated on the cloud swung his sickle over the earth, and the earth was harvested. And then they go through and gather the grape clusters, which is the great wine press of the wrath of God.
Well, maybe the first angel is what separates the clusters, and then the second angel goes and gets them.
Yeah, but he's talking to the one seated on the cloud with a golden crown that looks like a Son of Man, saying, "Harvest, for the earth is ready." And then the one seated on the cloud, the golden crown that looked like a Son of Man.
So you're thinking the first one's us getting called up, and the second one's the bad guys getting put in the wine press?
I think so.
That's interesting. I'm not entirely sure on that. And the reason I say that is because when you look at
Please go there.
Revelation 11, verse 11, it says, "After 3.5 days, the breath of life from God entered into them, and they stood on their feet. Great fear fell on those who saw them, and I heard a loud voice from heaven saying to them, 'Come up here.' And they went up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies saw them."
Well, that's the 2 witnesses only, right?
That's only snowy.
We know. We know.
1 Thessalonians chapter 4 says, we all know well that the dead in Christ will rise first,
Right.
and then we who are left over shall be caught up with them.
Yeah, but this sounds like something totally different. This sounds like Elijah. Like he got caught up. Like the two prophets are going to be killed, and then they're going to be resurrected and then caught up, and it'll be like a glimpse at what's going to happen. Or am I tripping? Maybe I haven't read it. Maybe I don't.
Go to the one, Heath, where it talks about, what is it, in Proverbs or Psalms? Where it
Yeah,
talks
Proverbs
about
chapter 2.
Yeah, go to that one and read it really quick because there's some context there.
Oh, I should compare this too.
Yeah, so Proverbs 2:20 through 22 says, therefore walk in the way of good men and keep the paths of the righteous. For the upright will dwell in the land, and the perfect will remain in it. But the wicked will be cut off from the land, and the treacherous ones will be rooted out of it.
So the treacherous ones are who's going to get sickled and put in the wine press.
To me, whenever I'm looking at the wine press, so to me, you have saints and essentially all of those who have essentially been believers, but they were wronged on the earth.
Yeah.
And they're righteously asking the Father, when are you going to execute your vengeance on our behalf?
Yeah, in the white robes.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're asking the Father, how long until you take vengeance?
Yeah.
Because they relinquished their right to take vengeance and turned it over to the Father, and now their expectation is about to reach its fullness of fruition in reality.
Because
right?
that's his promise. That's a promise, though, right? Because like what's the verse where it talks about the vengeance is his?
Oh, here's a cross reference from Joel.
I love Joel.
4:12. Let the nations rouse themselves and go up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there I will sit to judge all the surrounding nations. Swing the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come tread, for the winepress is full. The vats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon became dark.
Fire.
The stars withdraw their brightness. Yahweh will roar from Zion and give his voice from Jerusalem. Heaven and earth will shudder.
Right.
Banger, dude.
Yeah.
It kind of fills in the voids a little bit.
Yeah. Joel goes hard, dude.
Yeah.
Are those two separate thoughts? Swing the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Second thought, come tread, because they're different actions. Come tread, for the winepress is full, the vats overflow. We know that the winepress is about wickedness, but the sickle is the one I'm confused about.
So that's what I'm thinking. It's the treacherous one.
What?
Am I allowed to go see if the box out there in the little thing? Okay, because if they're not.
Go ahead, bro.
What is required for there to be grapes in the wine press? A reaping.
Don't
a harvest.
use a sickle to harvest grapes.
Well,
you harvest wheat. You harvest grain with a sickle. You don't use a sickle to harvest grapes. You pick the clusters. You gather the clusters. You literally gather the clusters. So in my mind, it goes to the wheat and the chaff, right? And it's like, should we pull out the weeds? And he's like, no, because then you might pull out the wheat, right? But they always say like the wheat bows down and the weeds do not. So at some point you'll be able to harvest the weeds and then the wheat will be left, right?
It's all imagery.
It is.
It's all imagery. So the wheat and the tares are pertaining to people.
Right.
The grapes is pertaining to the wicked deeds of the unrighteous.
Right.
Yeah.
So when it's talking about this is my subjection, is when it's talking about like the grapes, it's taking into consideration the unrighteousness of those who have executed unrighteousness among the righteous or
Okay.
on the righteous, right?
Yeah. I agree.
So when they're reaping or gathering the grapes to be trodden in the winepress for the bowls of wrath, all of the wickedness in order to fill up the bowls has been completed. It's been done. The Father's ready. It's like he's reached his limit.
Yeah.
So the imagery is whenever he's telling them, okay, go ahead and harvest, for the grapes are ripe, it's just an imagery play in my mind. Is he's just trying to draw the picture, telling the angels, okay, the grapes of wrath are ready, they're ripe, let's harvest and pour out the bowls of wrath on the earth.
I like it. I like them all. I like all the ideas. I think that.
But back to the idea of when the Father says vengeance is mine, that actually comes from Deuteronomy 32 verse 35, where he says vengeance is mine and recompense at the time when their foot slides, for the day of their calamity is at hand. So if we actually go read Deuteronomy 32, Deuteronomy 32 is a prophecy.
Yeah.
With the dogs. Are you allowed to cuddle up with the doggies?
On that blanket?
Yeah.
The blanket's dirty, bro.
Bring the chairs.
I mean, you can go kneel in there if you want. That's about
Side
it.
note, it does say in 14,
Mm-hmm.
put in your sickle and gather the grape clusters. So you also apparently are gathering the grapes with the sickle. So that argument
Imagery
was
is what
that.
he's saying. So
But
it's like,
I'm saying my argument, and you don't gather grapes with a sickle, is not true.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
right here.
well, so it's imagery. What he's trying to say is that it's not necessarily, it's a prophecy. So it's not necessarily going to be exactly that. It's kind of giving you the idea of what's happening.
Right. I'm just
And a sickle is a very violent, harsh, quick way of cutting something out.
yeah.
and it's also it's a bulk tool, if you will.
Word.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's quick, straight to the point,
Gets a bunch of it.
gets a bunch all at once.
Yep.
Oops.
So we said that was Deuteronomy 32:25. So this is the Father speaking. He says in 22. Oh, let's go back. Yahweh saw and abhorred because of the provocation of his sons and his daughters. He said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end will be, for they are a very perverse generation. Right? And children in whom is no faithfulness. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities. I will move them to jealousy with those who are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. For a fire is kindled in my anger that burns to the lowest Sheol, devours the earth devours the earth with its increase, and sets the foundations of the mountains on fire.
Wow.
I will heap evils upon them. I will send my arrows on them, and they shall be wasted with hunger and devoured with burning heat and bitter destruction. I will send the teeth of animals on them, with the venom of vipers that glide in the dust. Outside the sword will bereave, and in the rooms terror on both young man and virgin, the nursing infant with the gray-haired man. I said that I would scatter them afar, I would make their memory to cease from among men. Were it not that I feared the provocation of the enemy, lest their adversaries should judge wrongly, lest they should say, our hand is exalted. Yahweh has not done all this.
Yep.
For they are a nation void of counsel. There is no understanding in them. Oh, that they are wise, that they understood this, that they would consider their latter end. How could one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to flight unless their rock had sold them and Yahweh had delivered them up? For their rock is not as our rock. Even our enemies themselves concede. For their vine is of the vine of Sodom and the fields of Gomorrah. There's another allusion there. Their vine, what they grow from, is of unrighteousness.
Yeah.
It's of filth. And that's what the Father's reaping from the earth. It's that behavior, that stuff right there is what the Father is saying. I'm cutting it all out, and I'm going to put those grapes that you bore into this wine press, and I'm going to make you drink of it.
Yeah, bro.
Which we're also talking about the idea of a whoring nation, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or a whoring people across the board worldwide. So when we're looking at this, what does it say in his word? If a whore is brought before the high priest, what does he do? He gives her wine, bitter wine. And what happens if she's righteous and she is actually innocent of what she's being accused of?
Nothing
it doesn't
happens.
affect her.
Yep.
But otherwise,
Her
her belly swells.
Yep.
And she lives with it the rest of her days.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That's what's happening.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about these reaping of these grapes of wrath, that's what the Father's alluding to. You are going to drink every bit of what you've done.
Yeah. Yep. Reap what you sow.
Which is almost like, it's almost like, okay, wait, hold on. So Yeshua says, drink of my blood, right? But the blood of the unrighteousness is like the wine being trodden on, right? The wine press.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like either you're responsible for your own blood or you're under his blood. It's
right.
like you're responsible for like drinking what reaping what you sow, or drink of my blood. You know what I mean?
Because in Deuteronomy 32, like I said, for their vine is of the vine of Sodom and the fields of Gomorrah. Their grape, it goes on further and says, their grapes are poison grapes. Their clusters are bitter. Their wine is the poison of serpents, the cruel venom of asps. Isn't this laid up in store with me, sealed up among my treasures? Vengeance is mine and recompense at the time when their foot slides, for the day of their calamity is at hand. Their doom rushes at them.
Where's that?
So what we're seeing in the bowls of wrath is the fulfillment of Deuteronomy 32.
Hold on. I need to make a note of that. You said 2? 32?
Yeah, Deuteronomy 32. And then 36, he says, "For Yahweh will judge his people and have compassion on his servants. When he sees that their power is gone, that there is no one remaining, shut up, or left at large, he will say, where are their gods? The rock which they took refuge, which ate the fat of their sacrifices and drank the wine of their drink offering. Let them rise up and help you. Let them be your protection." This is a jealous God speaking. He's saying, well, you're taking all of your refuge in these gods that can't speak, that do all of these other things. But did those gods create the universe? Are those gods the faithful one who created you and loved you and provided for you as the husband?
Yeah.
See now that I myself am he. There is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. There is no one who can deliver out of my hand. For I lift up my hand to heaven and declare, as I live forever, if I sharpen my glittering sword, my hand grasped it in judgment. He takes his sword in judgment. I will take vengeance on my adversaries and will repay those who hate me. I will make my arrows drunk with blood. My sword shall devour flesh with the blood of the slain and the captives from the head of the leaders of the enemy. And then he goes in and says, "Rejoice, you nations, with his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants. He will avenge." And what were we just saying? The righteous ones who had unrighteousness acted upon them are asking the Father, when are you going to avenge us? Does that make sense?
Yes.
So he's saying, rejoice. Basically, in my terms, he's saying, now is the time that I will avenge you. He will take vengeance on his adversaries and will make atonement for his land and for his people. Then it continues on saying, Moses spoke these words to the ears of his people.
I want to read this really quick. It's from 2nd Esdras.
Okay, yeah.
As Apocrypha. Chapter 7. When I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent to me the angel which had been sent to me the nights before, and he said to me, "Get up, Esdras, and hear the words that I come to tell you." And I said, "Speak, my lord." Then he said to me, "There is a sea set in a wide place, that it might be broad and vast, but the entrance will be set in a narrow place, so as to be like a river. Whoso then should desire to go into the sea to look upon it or to rule it, if he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? Another thing also, there is a city built and set in a plain country and full of good things. But the entrance is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, having a fire on the right hand and on the left and a deep water. And there is only path. I'm going to reword that. There is only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could, oh gosh, hold on, I'm jumbled. There could but one man go there at once. This wording is not wording for me. If this city now be given to a man for an inheritance, if the heir pass not the danger before him, how will he receive his inheritance? And I said, "It is so, Lord." Then he said to me, "Even so also is Israel's portion, because for their sakes I made the world, and when Adam transgressed my statutes, we decreed that now is done. Then were the entrances of the world made narrow and sorrowful and toilsome. They are but few and evil, full of perils and charged with great toils.
That holds really good.
For the entrance of the greater world are wide and sure, and bring out fruit of immorality.
Oh.
If then those who live enter, hold on, Sammy, you gotta stop. I'm trying to read and I can't focus.
Okay, go.
If then those who live enter not these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them. Now therefore, why do you disquiet yourself, seeing you are but a corruptible man? And why are you moved, whereas you are but mortal? And why have you not considered in your mind that which is to come rather than which is present? Then I answered and said, O Lord that bear rule, behold, you have ordained in your law that the righteous should inherit these things, but the ungodly should perish. The righteous therefore will suffer straight things and hope for wide, but those who have done wickedly have suffered the straight things and yet will not see the wide. And he said to me, you are not a judge above God, neither have you understanding above the Most High. Yes, rather, let many that now be perish, than that the law which is set before them be despised. For God strictly commanded such as came, even as they came. Hold on, I'm trying to get to the point. Nevertheless, they were not obedient to him, but spoke against him and imagined for themselves vain things, and framed cunning plans of wickedness, and said moreover of the Most High that he is not, and knew not his ways. But they despised his laws and denied his covenants. They have not been faithful to his statutes and not performed his works. Therefore, Esdras, for the empty are empty things, and for the full are full things. For behold, the time will come, and it will be, when these signs of which I told you before will come to pass, that the bride will appear, even the city coming out, and she will be seen, that now is withdrawn from the earth. Whoever is delivered from the previously mentioned evils will see my wonders. For my Son, the Christ, will be revealed with those that be with him, and will rejoice with those who remain 400 years. After these years will my Son, the Christ, die for those who and all that have the breath of life. And the world will be turned into the old silent 7 days, like as in the first beginning, so that no man will remain. And after the 7 days, the world that yet awakens not will be raised up, and that will die that is corruptible. The earth will restore those that are asleep in her, and so will the dust those that dwell in silence. And the secret places will deliver those souls that were committed to them. The Most High will be revealed upon the seat of judgment, and compassion will pass away, and patience will be withdrawn. But judgment only will remain, truth will stand, and faith will wax strong. The work, I don't even know where I'm going at this point. I'm just reading.
It's fire.
But I was reading, I don't know, understand, like, it's literally saying my Son, the Messiah. Like, if this is real, this is this is the prophet Ezra.
Second Esdras.
Yeah, this is the same guy as Ezra in the Bible. But, like, it talks about the Messiah. I mean, and then there's another one that he describes. It describes the, like, Revelation version of Yeshua.
Yeah.
In the coming back. I thought when I was reading it originally, it sounded more like there was a narrow path and the righteous are on it and blah, blah, blah. But then I read it like all in context, and it actually just confused me. So I was like, wait, is the narrow bad or is the narrow good? I can't remember what's happening.
Yeah.
Jubilees in there?
I want to find the one about Yeshua. And it talks about the tree of life.
When you're taking into consideration, like, the ideas of the narrow, like, I mean, every time it's mentioned, like, I mean, the most profound thing that we see about the narrow is the way and few will find it.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, like, God, I hope we're on the narrow way, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
well, I think because it doesn't make sense with anything else, it probably is a pretty narrow way. It's very, very different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't align with pretty much any organized religion. Which, as soon as a religion becomes organized, it's no longer narrow. And, like, think about, like, there are fellowships of believers out that, like, believe in Yeshua, walk like him, try to walk like him anyways, like, trying to walk out the Father's word.
I want to walk like you, talk like you.
Congregation for them that's not like a house church. You know what I mean? It's not like just random people gathering versus like going to a big church. Dang it.
Dang it.
Where is
Hey,
it?
if you guys ever get your hands on one of these Gerbers,
Gerber.
get it. It is excellent. It's got good. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, probably not, but it's got some really good jimping on the back here,
What the hell is jimping?
and it fits. It's got a rubber grip, and it's really, really grippy. Really good utility knife for all the reasons. I've been EDCing this one in my pocket, and it's my new favorite pocket tool.
Awesome.
Where is
Yeah,
it?
Gerber definitely has some good knives.
Yeah.
Shoot, man.
Shoot, man.
I want to find it. I wish I could Google it. But the Googling always just makes me confused.
Rabbit
So
hole.
let's go 3. Let's try 3.
Okay, you scan through there, and while you're doing that, I'll steal a little bit of that camera because I was struggling to lean in that far. So we got about an inch of snow on the ground right now. It is snowing and icing at the same time. So it's like freezing rain, or like it's not sleet. It's like ice balls, but also snowing.
Right. Yeah, I
So
just stoked up the fire and went outside and to get food for Zadok. And there's what's weird is the wind's coming in from the east.
Yeah, that is weird.
So it's all really blowing in.
Snownado.
Sharknado.
Yeah, buddy.
Where are the sharks?
I'm looking for it. Okay, don't give up on me. Don't you give up on me.
You sing a lot, Mom.
I do sing a lot. I'm sorry.
So while Steph is searching for that, I want to wrap up what I was saying, because the statement of vengeance is mine derives from the Torah in Deuteronomy 32, in a prophecy of all things.
Yeah.
Where he essentially nails down the ideas of what he's going to do with the bowls of wrath.
Yeah.
So much so that he even alludes to, he doesn't even allude. He says directly, like, your actions are like bitter grapes to me.
Yeah, dude.
So all of that's incredibly important to provide context to what's happening in Revelation 14.
Yeah.
And then he says, even Paul quotes him, don't seek revenge yourselves in Romans 12:19, beloved, but give place to God's wrath, for it is written, vengeance belongs to me. I will repay, says Yahweh.
So he's quoting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Hebrews 10:30 and 10:31. For we know him who said, vengeance belongs to me. I will repay, says Yahweh. Again, he will judge his people. Then it says, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of a living God.
Sure. Yeah, it is.
Context, bro.
Yeah.
So when it's talking about the bowls of wrath is the Father finally avenging the blood of the righteous.
Yeah.
Followed up with, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. That is the moment where the unrighteous have thus fallen in to the hands of the living God. And I would submit that it is the rulers of the earth who are perpetuating the unrighteous on such a staunch scale that it is for lack of better words, it's frankly pissing the Father off.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm done. I'm done with you.
Yep.
It's time. Hey, angels, go get those grapes. Go get those bitter grapes. I'm going to mix up a cocktail for them.
I think I found the Matthew 24 part of Esdras. Not the one I'm looking for, but it was interesting anyways. So I'm going to read it. It's not as long. Nevertheless, this is 5. Nevertheless, as concerning the signs, behold, the days will come that they which dwell upon the earth will be taken with great amazement, and the way of truth will be hidden, and the land will be barren of faith. But iniquity will be increased above that which now you see, or that you have heard long ago. And the land that you see now to have rule will be waste and untrodden, and men will see it desolate. But if the Most High grant you to live, you will see that which is after the third kingdom to be troubled, and the sun will suddenly shine out in the night, and the moon in the day, and the blood will drop out of the wood, and the stone will give his voice, and the peoples will be troubled, and their goings will be changed. And he will rule whom those dwell upon the earth look not for, and the fowls will take their flight away together. And the Sodomite sea will cast out fish and make a noise in the night, which many have not known, but all will hear the voice thereof. There will be chaos also in many places, and the fire will often be sent out, and the wild beasts will change their places, and women will bring out monsters, and salt waters will be found in the sweet, and all friends will destroy one another. Then will wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into its chamber, and it will be sought of many and will not be found. And unrighteousness and incontinency will be multiplied upon the earth. One land also will ask another and say, is a man that does righteousness gone through you? And it will say, no. And it will come to pass at that time that men will hope but will not obtain. They will labor, but their ways will not prosper. To show you such signs, I have leave, and if you will pray again, weep now, and fast 7 days, you will hear yet greater things. Then he woke up. Where's the next part? There's a couple sections of it. What will be the part? Oh, wait, let me go up. No, not go up. He said to me, from Abraham to Abraham, inasmuch as Jacob and Esau were born of him, for Jacob's hand held the heel of Esau from the beginning. For Esau is the end of this world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. Esau is the end of this world, and Jacob is the beginning of which follows.
So we're saying that Muslims.
So Esau. Sorry, go ahead, Jody.
The Esau's what like the Muslims are stemmed from, right?
Mm-hmm. Theory. I don't know fact. I haven't rabbit holed it, but that's the theory.
Isn't that primarily what their religion is whatever that's called?
Islam?
Islam.
I don't know. I think that I don't know. I've heard everybody mention that Islam is from Esau. I haven't personally researched it, but to me it makes sense because it's the break off of Abraham.
But if
they still are an Abrahamic religion, but they believe they don't follow.
But that
Jacob,
that gives me a little indicator that they're the end of this world,
Mm-hmm.
which means that's what drives the world down.
Yep.
Right?
Before what's the new part, which is coming, which is the seed of Jacob.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Dang it, I really want to find the one that talks about Yeshua. He has the crown and he's
the
wearing
propaganda
the white robe,
in
everything.
that. So the propaganda in that religion too, for me, is that they try to claim that Allah is the same God of the Bible, but it's not.
Right.
It is absolutely not.
Not even remotely the same.
Nope, because their Quran contradicts the word so much, and the word says that there will be no adding to or taking away from this prophecy, this word, this book, right?
Right.
And when you have something that came up, 600 years after Messiah? Nope. It's just like it's the Middle Eastern version of Joseph Smith.
Yeah. For sure. Ooh, is this it? Oh my gosh. I have to find it.
What's up, Branches? What are you doing, broski? You missed a lot.
Wrenches, my potato chip. Mm. There's so much there, though.
That's an interesting. Nathan said Esau equals Eden equals Rome. Maybe. Because it could be the Roman Catholic Church that brings it to an end too, which is all the way garbage.
Yeah, but how many times in Scripture, like there's even, I want to say it's in Chronicles, one of the Chronicles, where the father, he's so bent out of shape over the actions of his people, of the actions of the Hebrew people are so staunch and fly in the face of everything that the Father told them to do, that like the Babylonians, the Egyptians, and even the Philistines gather together and look down on Jerusalem, and they're like, we don't even do this to our own people. How bad have they become?
Yeah.
Right? So is it Edom, or is it Jews who say that people who say that they are Jews and are not? So rather, people of the nation state, however, acting in the antithesis of the word. So they claim to be Jews, but they're not.
Yeah.
Not according to the Father's word, to where it says, those who overcome with Elohim, who strive with Elohim, or those who wrestle with Elohim and overcome with him.
So are they Israel or are they not, right?
Yeah.
Just want you guys to know that this second Esdras is freaking awesome. I'm trying to scan through to find this one part, and I'm just like, God.
It's all awesome.
But that's the thing, the Council of Nicaea, they removed so much out of the Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of the scriptures as a whole.
Well, even the Jews had voted, they had voted some out, and even Christianity took oh, well, they don't count it as scripture, so we're not, or that, you know what I mean? But if you read it, a lot of the Jewish, if you read it from a Jewish perspective, they are all preaching Yeshua.
Was it Isaiah?
But
53?
if you read it from a Christian perspective, they're all preaching Torah, even in the end. And so it's obviously it's not really going to align with either of those. So it makes sense that it would be taken out.
What's the controversy with Isaiah 53? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's called the hidden or something. They don't read that. They don't read Isaiah 53 in the synagogues.
In the synagogues, yeah. It's like
they refuse to, because it's every bit of it is about Yeshua.
Yeah.
Which is why it's so profound when it says, finally, they will look upon the one whom they have pierced.
Yeah.
And then they will believe.
Yeah.
Psalms 22 is another one that's literally read through it. It's one of David's writings, and you're just like, he's literally describing Yeshua right now.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, you can't root like Enoch, for example. I mean, First Enoch opens up, and its first statement is, "This book was written for those who were living at the end of the age."
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
What? And then it goes straight into
Wait, what book?
filling in
Enoch?
Yeah, you know.
Enoch.
What does it say that? Like in the beginning?
Hold on, I'm
Yeah.
still searching.
Dude,
Here, wait,
flip
hold
to
on.
Enoch, bro. I gotta see it. Just read it. Enoch.
More phlegm.
The words of the blessing of Enoch, with which he blessed the elect and righteous who will be living in the day of tribulation when all the wicked and godless are to be removed.
Hey, bro.
Need I say more?
When did we get the Dead Sea Scrolls, though?
So the Qumran scrolls, they're like mid 1900s.
I thought they came out in the 90s.
That would be mid 90s.
It might be late. Well, I mean, it's still
is the 90s. 1900s is the 90s.
Steph, stop.
Great.
Wait. Wait
would-
a second.
The 90s would be late 1900s.
1900s would be like 19.
Hey, so was it mid? Okay, so let's say they came out in around 1948, 1949, right? When Israel came back into the land.
Sure.
Or the Jews named it Israel when it became a nation state. Let's just say it's that. What you're saying is there's a chance.
1947.
Oh,
There were
my
first.
goodness.
Yep.
So the mid 1900s. You're
so
right.
this is our generation then. It's gonna happen. We don't live in the 47s.
Yeah. So we get.
Like, do we need to say more?
That generation will not pass.
I don't do numbers
until this thing happens.
Esdras mentions Jesus. Let's just see if we could find that because
But they say so caveat, they do say that even more fragments were identified in 2019.
Okay. 2019, but when did they actually put these books out into circulation? I mean, it took them a long time, right?
For the Qumran scrolls?
Yeah.
Oh, established and based on the Qumran scrolls.
Well, yeah.
Started probably in and around 60s, 70s, maybe. But you've got so many different translations that do their own iteration.
Sure.
Spanning from the 50s to the 60s. The New King James, I want to say, started in like 1985 or something like that, and began its copyrights to span to what it is today.
I'd like to see like an 1800s Ethiopian Bible with Enoch in it.
Yeah, spend $1,000 and get yourself a 1611 KJV.
Does that 1611, does that have Enoch in it?
I believe so.
Also, I would never buy King James again because they just didn't talk like medieval times back then. So I wouldn't. It's just not my jam. I don't think that's the way they spoke.
So the original 1611 King James did include the entirety of the Apocrypha.
Wait, what entirety of Apocrypha? Because there's lots of versions of it.
Let's see: Tobit, Judith, Wisdom of Solomon, First and Second Maccabees. Let's do a quick search here.
Ooh, really quick while you search that. Hold on. I gotta figure out where to start. gosh. Or is it? Okay, we're going to start there. I, Esdras, received a charge from the Lord upon the Mount Horeb that I should go to Israel, but when I came to them, they would have none of me and rejected the commandments of the Lord. And therefore I say to you, O you nations that hear and understand, look for your shepherd. He will give you everlasting rest, for he is near at hand, that will come in the end of the world. Be ready to the rewards of the kingdom, for the everlasting light will shine upon you forevermore. Flee the shadow of this world, receive the joyfulness of your glory. I called to witness my Savior openly. O receive that which is given to you of the Lord, and be joyful, giving thanks to him that he has called you to heavenly kingdoms. Arise up and stand, and behold, the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord. Those who withdrew them from the shadow of the world have received glorious garments of the Lord. Look upon your number, O Zion, and make up the reckoning of those of you that were clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of the Lord. The number of your children whom you long for is fulfilled. Implore the power of the Lord, that your people, which have been called from the beginning, may be set apart. I, Esdras, saw upon Mount Zion a great multitude whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns and was more exalted. I marveled greatly at this. So I asked the angel and said, What are these, my Lord? He answered and said to me, These be those who have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal and have confessed the name of God. Now are they crowned and receive palms. Then said I to the angel, What young man is that who sets crowns upon them and gives them palms in their hands? So he answered and said to me, It is the Son of God, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend those who stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. The angel said to me, Go your way and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of the Lord you have seen. Imagine if this is Ezra, the prophet. Imagine if he's running around talking about like Messiah's going to be like, look at this great multitude. Like he's like literally describing Revelation. John is getting like the second like you know what I mean? But before they even knew about Yeshua, he's like, hey, this is going to be
So
the
when
dude.
was that book supposed to be recorded?
When was that book? Hold on. I want to know.
I just love that, because he's sitting there and he's like, good job, guys. Like,
yeah.
he has to commend those who stand firmly, standing for the name of the Father, or standing for Yeshua.
So I want to know when it was taken out.
Well, when it was taken out? I mean, that just said something about the 1800s, right?
Yeah, no. We're not looking at that information yet.
Okay.
Dang it, because I want to know when
70?
it was written. This is something else. This is that it dates to the destruction of this is a theory.
In 70,
one hypothesis.
Okay, so 70 CE.
Yeah.
But here it says, tradition ascribes it to Ezra, a scribe and priest of the 5th century BC, whom the book identifies with the 6th century figure Shealtiel.
So 5th century. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Lay down.
I want to know when it was taken out. I'm like, I wonder if it was taken out.
So
before or after.
So what I looked up, it said it was gradually removed in and around the 4th century.
So that's after Yeshua, right?
Yeah.
Was it?
4th century.
Let me.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm retarded.
So it would make sense that after Yeshua came, these would be like, no, we're not using these books. And when did the Catholic people start doing the thing with like, we're trying not to be Jews, so we're not going to do anything that they say?
Was that the 12th century? Let's see. Yeah, so First and Second Esdras were gradually removed from the main body of the Western Bibles during the Reformation and Protestant era, officially moving the Apocrypha or the appendix by the 17th century. They were dropped due to not being in the Hebrew canon, unlike the canonical books of Ezra and Nehemiah. First Esdras, commonly included in the early Christian lists in the 4th century, but that's what it was. They were commonly included as being a part of Scripture in the 4th century, but lost prominence in the West with dominance of Jerome's Vulgate, which treated it as non-canonical. However, it remained in the Eastern Orthodox Bible.
So, it says, we find statements in the Talmud that seem to prohibit one from even reading these works. But the Talmud also, on some other Jewish works, do occasionally cite specific works of the Apocrypha.
Right.
So it's hypocritical.
So why
like,
not
don't
include
read
it?
this. Don't read this.
But let me quote from it really quick.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the Jews saying, oh, well, the sages say.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
Now, of all of this secret knowledge and all of this secret understanding, but
Yep. Which is so funny. I mean, it literally, like it says, what does it say? The same anointing he had, you also have. You have no need of a teacher. It's like, imagine how that would have been perceived at that time, where the only education you got about faith was given to you by a teacher in the synagogue only.
Yep.
And then he gives you his spirit and like literally teaches you himself how to walk. And then he's like, I mean, we have no need of a teacher. We have his spirit in us, teaching us. What's up in the chat? Oh, he can't hear me.
But he could see us.
Tell Jet we says hi.
Steph and Jody say hi. Wave at him. Yeah.
Hi. All right, let me check the chat. I feel like I haven't looked at the chat in a year. All right. Oh, Belle and the Dragon. That was way up there, though. Removed in 1826. Let me see. Okay. Is it what's $1,000? The Ethiopian Bible? Oh, you could like what is $1,000?
An original 1611 King James.
Oh, okay.
Look out your window.
I did.
They know, son.
It's the snow apocalypse.
Do we think there's creation, law, and grace ages, or is there 6 of them leading up to the millennial reign?
You guys inside now?
Yeah, we've been in.
Oh.
We said to go in.
Yeah, why are you guys wearing a jacket?
Were the dogs in there?
Tank keeps coming out because we're not in.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he would have stayed in if you'd left him alone. He'll go back in there. He got back in there earlier.
And also, we're still alive.
Yeah, we're live right now. What's up? You bored?
Ask mommy what the code is real quick.
Not it is because we changed it.
Well, why don't you guys go
sweaty
brush your
right
teeth
now.
because it's bedtime. Yeah, we've been on here for
Couple hours.
time. 2 hours.
There was four
Oh boy.
on the movie, and then Sammy turned it off.
2.5 hours.
Go brush your teeth.
2.5 hours. A long time. Long time. You're on for probably half an hour or an hour.
Can we finish it though?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to check on
What?
the chat. Make sure I didn't miss anything.
No, it's bedtime. It's super late. No, I love you so much, but you guys got to go brush your teethies.
I'm sweating right now.
Did you have some pre-workout?
I did not. I had lots of water and electrolytes and smoothies. Maybe I'm going into a freaking sugar coma right now because of the
Nice.
smoothie was so
I'm
much.
sweating because I just finished watching Cops.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was playing drum set.
Cops doesn't come on till 4.
Um,
All right. Well, I think we're going to Shalom Alanch.
and you know what's cool?
Good call.
Is that tomorrow we don't have to go anywhere.
We get to
So
sleep
we
in.
could just literally lay in the bed and drink coffee and just do nothing.
I'll probably wake up in the
Yeah.
morning and then be up outside all day.
And then my kids are just going to be soaking wet all day from going and playing in the snow. And then they're going to come in frozen with wet clothes. And then they're going to change into dry clothes. And then at some point, they're going to go back outside and get
wet again.
We're
Yeah.
going to have just like 500 piles of wet clothes everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we got a wood stove. We can dry them out in here.
I want a clothesline
Yeah.
to go all the way across
Do
the
it.
big
We're going to
room
do it.
that we can like cook when we want it and just hang, inside in the winter with the wood stove. It'll dry out nicely. Might smell a little smoky, but it'll be fine.
Yeah. Anyhow, love you guys. Jimmy Carr, Wrenches, Saucin, everybody in the chat, Texas T. We love you guys. Shalom Alanch.
Yeah,
Brother
shalom,
Heath.
guys. Bless
Yeah,
you.
love you, bro. You guys have a good rest. Catch y'all later. Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Yeah. Shalom.
My knee.